Once upon a time, in the peaceful village of Willowbrook, there was a kind old man named Master Elric. He was known throughout the land for his wisdom and the special talents he possessed. Every year, Master Elric would choose 3 villagers to whom he would bestow unique gifts, each a talent that could bring great joy or trouble, depending on how it was used. One crisp autumn morning, Master Elric called together 3 villagers: Clara, a young woman with a heart full of dreams, Simon, a thoughtful young man with a passion for crafting, and Elsie, a quiet girl who loved animals more than anything else.
Today,
Master Elric said,
I give each of you a special talent. Remember, these gifts are powerful, but they must be used wisely and diligently.
To Clara, he gave the gift of voice, an enchanting singing ability that could bring beauty and peace to anyone who heard her. To Simon, he gave the gift of crafting, hands that could shape any material into marvels of art and usefulness. To Elsie, he gave the gift of understanding animals. She could communicate with them and heal their wounds. The villagers were overjoyed and excited to use their new talents. Clara sang in the village square, her melodious voice lifting the spirits of everyone who heard her. Simon crafted beautiful furniture and intricate designs, enhancing the homes and hearts of the village. Elsie tended to the animals, mending their ailments and easing their fears, making her a beloved figure among the creatures. Months passed, and while their gifts initially brought joy, problems began to surface. Clara's singing, once a source of joy, became a constant demand on her time. Villagers would come to her day and night, seeking a song to lift their spirits. Clara, exhausted and overwhelmed, began to neglect her own needs. Simon's crafting, though wonderful, led him to work tirelessly. His workshop was always filled with orders, and he rarely took time to rest. His health began to falter, and he found himself irritable and worn out, even as his creations grew in number. Elsie, though cherished by animals, became isolated. She spent so much time with them that she rarely interacted with the villagers, missing out on the companionship and support of her own people. One day, as Master Elric strolled through the village, he noticed the toll the talents were taking. He called the 3 villagers to him and said,
Your gifts are remarkable, but you have not been wise or diligent in balancing them with your own well-being and relationships.
He continued,
Clara, your voice is a treasure, but it needs to be shared in moderation. Rest and self-care are as important as the joy you bring others. Simon, your craft is invaluable, but your health and peace of mind must come first. Elsie, your connection with animals is extraordinary, yet you must remember the importance of human connections.
Realizing their errors, Clara began to set boundaries, singing only when she felt refreshed and able. Simon learned to pace himself, scheduling breaks and caring for his health. Elsie made time to interact with her fellow villagers, sharing her love for animals in a way that included her community. The village thrived once more, not just because of the individual talents, but because of the harmony in which they were used. The moral of their experience became clear to all: use your gifts wisely and diligently, balancing them with self-care and the relationships that sustain you. And so, in Willowbrook, the talents were celebrated, not just for their brilliance, but for the thoughtful and balanced way in which they were embraced, ensuring that everyone flourished together. Moral of the story is: use your gifts wisely and diligently.